Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we are watching Teen Wolf. This is episode 7 of season 5. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying the series so far. This is the third video I've watched today. He's absolutely loving it. I really am. I'm getting invested into the season. You know, these three masked men have intrigued me. The Theo storyline's really exciting. And it looks like Liam's getting a level of interest in Hayden being introduced as well. So that's really good as well. I really want to see his character be developed. The fact that he's been put as, you know, one of the main cast members on the intro of the show, I want him to be heavily involved. And if he's going to get his own side storyline, like I said, with Hayden and a love interest, I'm all for that, because that's how we get invested, don't we? We get behind these characters, so that's exciting. You know, last episode again was interesting. He was trying to figure out what you know, what's going on with these masked men. What is it that Lydia saw? If they read this book that they've been looking at after speaking to the doctor, you know, what memories is it going to unlock? And we did get a couple of them shown in this episode. Scott's was very interesting. He was a little kid. He was on a hospital bed getting obviously took into the hospital. He looked like he'd been in a car accident or something. Or, well, his dog possibly may have run out into the road and been hit. It looked like his dog has obviously died. Scott was still holding the lead. There was blood all over him. Yet he needed his inhaler. He was panicking. We had Styles. You know, he was walking, he seen his mum look like she was going to commit suicide, and then she got back down off the ledge. His dad was there. Then she come chasing after him, started attacking him. Really interesting. And we seen Lydia's as well. She was in Icon House. She was a little kid. She walked into the room. Her grandma was there with a drill right inside her head. Her mum was screaming, "I thought I told you to stay in the car." Mad, mate. Honestly, really good. I'm really excited to see where we're going from here. Honestly, you know, Kira as well. She looks like she's being, I don't know, possessed by a darker side of the Kitsunes. I don't really know what's going on. She is obviously talking in her sleep. Scott has heard it. We don't know what it is. It's obviously Japanese. Theo's recorded it. He's, well, deciphered it. He's translated it. He's gone to Scott. It sounds like, you know, like I'm here to, I'm a killer, mate, you know. That's pretty much kind of what he says. I'm here to take out the targets or something. Can't remember exactly what he said, but pretty much she wanted to go and kill a few people that we've seen her when she's been in this trance. So Scott stopped her one of the times in the clubs, didn't we? So again, he was saying that he doesn't know if he could trust her now, which is very interesting. It's his girlfriend, obviously, but he might just mean in terms of this supernatural context of like what's going on and all this crazy stuff. Like, can he fully trust her because she can't control herself? So again, that is another really interesting one. So I can't wait, obviously, for the rest of this season. I still really would like to know the end goal to these three masked men and what they're trying to achieve. Obviously, I keep saying it, but when I know that, then I can root behind the story and I can say, yeah, okay, I understand why they've done this and why they've done that, and they're trying to go after him, okay, because they're trying to get this. And that is what I like to see. But again, we still need to find out about the Desert Wolf. We still need to see why Parrish is taking the bodies to throw, obviously, onto the Nemeton. And we've still, obviously, got all this crazy story with, obviously, like I said, it looks like Kira driving away from Scott in one of the flashbacks that we had in episode 1. So there's lots to still discover this season. Hopefully Derek makes an appearance somewhere. He might not even be in the season at all, but I'm still hoping. I still got that bit of hope, and I still got a bit of hope to see Peter as well. But if not, it doesn't matter. We started off strong, and I can't wait to see the rest of the season. So thanks for clicking on today's episode. Hopefully you guys do enjoy it. If you do, please smash a like. It really helps out the channel. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, let's jump in to episode 7 of season 5 of Teen Wolf.
You don't know anything. I was there. I was at the library. I watched you come out. I was gonna say something, but then I saw the cop car. I don't know who took him. I only saw what you saw, and I didn't say anything because you didn't. We should get out of here. All right, let's take him. Someone's stealing the bodies anyway, right? Here's our chance to find out who.
I said that, didn't I, last episode? I did say that last episode.
Do something.
Hayden, wait!
Werewolves and dead doctors?
Dead doctors.
Whatever.
What if I could prove it to you?
Oh!
Oh, look at this. This is the first time she's seen this. Oh, she's one of them. Imagine seeing them and your car stop working. I hope he's running after him, Lee and me. I hope he just comes out of nowhere. There he is.
Come on!
Oh, very interesting. So she is a chimera. Now, Do you know what, right? What is with this show picking names that are so close? You've got Kitsune, Nagitsune, Chimera, Kenema. It's like, mate, every time I go to speak, I'm actually doing like a thinking in my head, trying to eliminate all the words, like, and make sure I'm saying the right one. Literally, they're all so similar. And they call Dread Doctors, these people. I call them the Masked Men because it's so much easier. Like, I forget the Dread Doctors, I really will. Like, literally, all the names are so hard to remember. But that is interesting. So Liam did, obviously, do that with the eyes last episode, and I could tell that her eyes was different, but I was trying to figure out, you know, like what is he actually doing? And she is one of the 8, it seems, that was in the holes that was in the football field.
You know him?
His name's Josh. Someone's got to stay here with him.
I'll do it. Sound like I had a big Saturday night plan.
What is it? Another one. Another chimera. Hayden, it's Scott. I know that you're scared, but we want to help. She's definitely a chimera.
She said she heard a voice saying your condition improves.
It's okay if you don't want to talk or if you're not ready to believe us, but I gotta know that you're okay in there.
I believe you.
Of course. Now, she's not actually supernatural, yeah? If we remember what they were saying is the ones that are fashioned, that are made from these Dread Doctors, they're not full supernaturals. Don't know why. Don't know if, you know, they've got an expiry date or whatnot, but they can run through the ash and Scott and everybody can't. So you have to remember that when we get into certain situations, it might be beneficial or not.
Was this really necessary on a Saturday morning, Dad?
Thank you for your help, Kira.
Oh, someone got a belt. Or someone's worked out a sword anyway.
This isn't what I would call quality mother-daughter time.
Defend yourself.
Oh. A tail, mate. One of the.
Could have killed you!
Not you! The fox inside you!
That was a good scene, that actually. I like it. That was good, that.
You're Mason, right? You saw Lucas that night. My friend said he saw you talking to him.
I'm really sorry.
What are you saying? Is he a chimera or what? He's got a book there, though, that he wants.
Liam convinced Hayden not to say anything to her sister yet. She's working a double tonight. She thinks Hayden's staying in her friends. Remember how Vala quoted Tesla? Frequency, vibration. She thinks that he wasn't saying that just to sound smart. She thinks maybe it was a clue. To do what? Disrupt their frequency.
The last time I was around Tiller Occurrence, things didn't go so well. I think I need to figure out what's going on with me before I try helping anyone else. Just be careful, okay?
If this works tonight, we're gonna catch one of them.
Oh, here we go, mate. They're going on the attack. Really good.
Checking up on me? Can't tell me you don't want to know who's taking the bodies. You don't care that someone's running off with your little failed science experiments? You already know who's taking them. Did you forget that you're supposed to be keeping me in the loop on everything? Not to me!
Oh, mate. He's getting left out of the loop. He's losing trust in whatever cause that he started. At least it's a form of CCTV. Like I've been saying, nobody apparently has one. Interesting. Do you think that the one that has the eye, you know, that drops down, the one that he was just speaking to is Theo? You know, the one with the monocle, so to speak, whatever you call it, the magnifying glass. Do you reckon he's the leader? He seems to be the one that's doing all of the, I don't know, making the decisions, or he's like the one that's in the front, and he's the one that's doing, I don't know, the attacks and stuff like that. Did he do the stab as well in the episode 1 when he killed that guy? And that guy in episode 1, yeah, he was trying to go after Scott. That is the only thing. Like, he tried to go after Scott and steal his powers. It didn't work. And then ever since, you know, we're not really seeing anybody go after Scott again, which again is really interesting. But like I said, he seems to be the one pulling the strings. He's not keeping Theo in the loop. He's not really happy, to be honest, you know. Like, I wonder if the more further that we get into the story, the more Theo's left out, the more that he's thinking, you know what, I don't like these guys. And I wish, well, I hope that we find out how he become involved with them as well. Not just he is involved with them, why and how, and what happened to make him get to that point. These are all big factors that I'm always interested to know, because it fits the whole jigsaw. Do you know what I mean? You get the whole puzzle. You don't get little pieces, and you're trying to get that one in, putting square pegs in round holes. You're getting the whole picture. So I really would like to know that one as well.
The balance of power inside you is in conflict. The struggle between the fox and the human.
Yo, look at that tear.
No.
What do these do? Like, what do they actually do?
This is what I keep coming back to again and again.
But still no leads. You're not asking me to hand over medical files without a court order, are you? Because they may take away this key card.
How did these two not date instead of Lydia's mum and him? And what's happened with that storyline?
Is it me? Or is Liam not aware of the second part of the plan?
I'm still not sure if there's gonna be a second part. Would you believe me if I said all I want, all I've ever wanted is for you guys to trust me? Nope. So you're here because you're never going to trust me? Yep. Glad we had this talk. My sister, she always looked out for me. No, I was the one that found her body. She'd fallen into a creek, broken her leg. Told her she would have been okay if it wasn't one of the coldest nights of the year. I'm telling you because even if you don't trust me and even if you don't like me, I'm still gonna be looking out for you.
You're absolutely kidding me that the guy's actually stood there.
The day his father was shot, Donovan jumped on his motorcycle to get to him. He was hit by a car 2 blocks from the hospital. So when his father was finding out that a bullet had severed his spine, Donovan was being wheeled into surgery.
Didn't you say something about a skin graft?
That was Tracy.
Donovan had one too.
Learn to control it.
I'm not like you. I wasn't bitten by a wolf. I was somebody's science experiment. What am I?
You're Hayden.
That was a good answer, mate.
If you get me out of this, I'll forget all about the 6th grade. Scott, I was just thinking since we can't use our phones, we can't check in on Styles and Theo.
Donovan. He was a, Wendigo. Native American. It says that if you ate human flesh, your punishment was to turn into a creature that constantly craved it. So what's the punishment for killing a chimera? Spent 5 hours in the car with Theo raking. Like I know what my punishment is. I'm gonna lose my best friend. I'm gonna lose Scott.
Oh, she's took the things out of back as well. Checking he's wondering what's in the bag. What's in the bag? Is he getting a feeling? You know what I mean? I got a feeling. Like he needs to go and get a body. Oh, that's his cards as well. He's been flipping. Which one is it going to be? Oh, Lydia. You know, Lydia's a lucky girl really in this show, isn't she? She gets to kiss all the good looking guys. Oh, look at this. That is good graphics. Oh, wow, mate. Look at this. Yes, that's pretty decent acting. Yo, mate, that was sick, mate. That was so sick. I was right, mate. He had 2 cards, and it was Lydia that he was looking at. No, when he was flipping it, I was like, that fucking queen there, mate, looks like Lydia. And the other one, which I only just literally clocked like 1 second ago, was when he flipped it, he had Lydia. And it was only because Lydia turned up to the side of him. So he flipped it, he seen Lydia, and she was there. And I remembered that the second card that he had was like burnt. And I'm assuming that's the Nematon. So you've got the Nematon, the dead bodies, and Lydia. Don't know what. I have no idea what the references are. But I was saying, mate, Lydia, she's kind of like the Elena of this show. All the good-looking chaps, she gets to kiss them, mate, literally. You know, Elena done that all in the Vampire Diaries, and it seems like Lydia's doing it here in Teen Wolf, so she must be absolutely loving her role. But it's interesting then, mate, honestly. When it transitioned over into that burnt person, it looked absolutely sick. He's gone, look. He's gone for the body. Oh, where's that come from? Oh. What the fuck? Oh, that's not even happening to her. He's got somebody's skin who's been put onto him.
That means taken from individuals of the same species. Both skin grafts and the cornea were taken from outside donors. Donovan, Tracy, and Lucas had 2 sets of DNA.
How interesting. And she's got hers then from having a kidney transplant though. Yeah? That's what I'm saying. Very interesting, mate. Are they tying it in? Mate, it's like a puzzle. You actually have to proper follow along and see if you can get what's going on.
They're winning, and we don't even know what the game is.
Plan sucks.
You gotta bet me.
Promise me, do everything you can to save her.
I think he will do everything he can. The guy's not about letting people down.
I forgot my pills. I have a bottle in my locker. I can get them, but
I'll get them. What's your combination?
Scott should not go, mate. It's a rookie move, that, innit? You seen that rope again, is it? Don't follow it, man. Don't follow it. It's like they make you see things that are not there. Oh.
You know who I am. I am the messenger of death.
Oh, check Kira, mate. Go for it. The Madden.
Tracy?
Lydia, thank God. I need your help.
Whoa, mate, they're all seeing things that's not happening. Yo, in real life, surely you gotta die off that. Surely you would die. Hey, yo, it's mad, isn't it, mate? Are they all hallucinating?
A werewolf's eyes are supposed to change color when you take an innocent life.
Oh, that was actually a really good deal, even though you are BSing.
Did you feel bad about it?
Good.
Good. And he's loving it, look, mate. Do you reckon the bite's doing something to him? Oh, look at this, mate. Flipped. And that is how we've got him into that position. Interesting. Styles, his phone's there, though. Oh, it might not be on record, though. It might just be a live stream. Yo, that's interesting, mate. So, who we seen now? Like, whose story? Right, we seen. I think we've seen Parrish's, Styles' so far. Not seen Malia's. She was cowering with the Desert Wolf. Not seen Kira. She's gone away. Well, Scott's the same as Kira's. Because he was in that scene when she went off, wasn't she? Trying to think about what was Lydia's now. Or was Lydia not have one? Because of, obviously, she was laying the floor. The thing is, it's interesting anyway. His story has been shown now, how they've got to that situation. Now, I want to know if Theo / Styles seen him then. Because the car got flipped from behind, so he might not have seen him. But the punch got to come through. You got to have seen that it was a flaming hand. And what other person did he know that can survive the burns like that? Is obviously Paris. So again, it's really interesting. I'm more fascinated about all of these people envisaging things that are not happening to him. You know, Malia's was mad on it, mate. One leg caught in a trap, other arm, neck slit, or whatever, stabbed, and then they just walked in. And then obviously when he walked past her, she was just laying on the floor, nothing. Now what happened to her? Same with Lydia then. Tongue ripped out, mate. Literally, her face was all covered in blood, walked past, nothing. Now, the interesting thing is with Scott, I feel like that has happened. I feel like Kira has stabbed him and he has been hurt. I do not think it's part of... It might be part of these, what they call dread doctors. But I do think Scott's actually hurt. I don't think he's envisaging it.
You okay?
Better than ever.
It healed.
Mate, he had some serious gashing, didn't he?
Lydia?
Liam, man, you're going to have to do whatever it takes, son. Whoa. Whoa.
Hayden and Liam are gone.
Haha, mate, I got tricked off the fucking Kira one. I thought it actually happened because she disappeared from her bed. Oh, it was Hayden that Lydia heard last episode, not Hayden. Oh, who's the fuck's this? What is going on, mate? Who's that? Literally, who was that on that bench then? I'm not even going to go back. I'm just going to go into the next episode tomorrow. And I'm going to just guess it. I never like going back and looking at it. You get one shot. If you miss it, that's it, mate. You're done. You don't go back. You don't go and look at it. You move forward. So that's why it keeps you guessing. You know, if I go back, I can answer all my questions. And I don't want that to happen. I want to be excited going forward. Do you know what I mean? Like, I could go back and nitpick every single thing if I went to skim back the rest of the episodes. But I don't want to do that, mate. I want to see it. One try. Missed it. Fuck, I missed it. All right. Try and figure it out. And, like, it's interesting. Who is Kira stabbed there? Because... They had me. I thought that she stabbed Scott in the school. I actually did think that. I didn't think he was having visions the same as everybody else. I thought because Kira was in a bed and she had her needles in the back, and when the parents come to find her, she was gone. And 115 was printed into the head, which I have no idea what that stands for. 115, like 115. Like, I don't know, mate. But she's just come home, Melissa. Boom, somebody's dead. Knife, big sword, mate, right through the chest in a house. Madness, mate. Is that real or is it not? Is she visioning it? You know what I mean? Is it a vision? Is it not? Her and obviously the sheriff are putting 2 and 2 together, mate, about these skin grafts. And they're saying, mate, all these chimeras was already part, not there wasn't already a chimera, but there was already a chimera. It sounds stupid to say that. They had some sort of connection anyway. All of them have had some sort of skin graft implementation. You know, the reason why Hayden, not Aiden, Hayden has got it is because obviously she's had that kidney operation, which they've said. Now, obviously, they've taken her and taken Liam, which I don't want to die, mate. I don't want Liam to die. I'd be fuming, mate, because obviously he's a new character that got introduced. And no, what I actually really like about Liam is that he seems so much younger than the others. So it's good. It's different. It's not the same. I felt like Derek felt older. So, like, I liked his words of wisdom, and, like, I liked how Scott, even though he was the true alpha and Derek lost his, always looked up to him. He respected him as, like, an elder. And then you had Peter, who's even older, trying to use all of the stuff that he knew. It's like, if Derek didn't know, he'd go to Peter, but then Peter was kind of, like, sketchy, so he didn't know whether to believe it. And you had, like, the tears, and then you've got, obviously, Liam at the bottom. He's a newbie, he's fresh, he's young, he's, like, naive, he's a bit dumb in certain situations. I like it. You've got the steps. So if he gets taken away, it'd be sad. But I love how Mason's involved, mate. The guy's found another chimera. The guy's utilising his knowledge. And obviously, he's coming, he saves Scott. Now, like I said, what's really interesting is that what is it that they're all having visions of? Like, I was going to say, is it a fear? But then, why would Lydia's fear be that her tongue was ripped out and she can't scream? And why would, you know, Malia's fear be maybe she gets caught in a trap? I don't know, maybe because she's a wolf, she's a coyote, you know, like she's scared of getting trapped, you know, running and getting caught in the traps. And Scott's scared of Kira turning on him and killing him. And obviously Lydia's scared of not being able to be a banshee and not being able to scream and help people anymore. I don't know, I'm trying to find some sort of connection to why all of them was in that sort of thing, trance, envisaging something happening to them. But I like how he cut Scott and it brought him into the present, and it was Liam smartly saying that pain brings him back into reality. It's really good. So I'm excited, mate. Honestly, I really am. If I could choose, I wouldn't pick Hayden dying either, but I don't know, mate. She might die, and it might turn Liam into a madder character. Do you know what I mean? He might be coming back for vengeance then. He'd be fuming. First time I've seen one of him with the helmet off as well. All his head was burnt. Looked like he needs a skin graft as well, so it's mad, mate. Honestly, decent episode. Okay, so that is going to wrap up episode 7 of season 5 of Teen Wolf. Now, I've watched 3 episodes today. I could easily rack up a few more, but it is going to be bedtime, sadly. So I'm going to have to wait until tomorrow, just like you guys, to see what is going on with this episode. You know, it's really, really, really good way to end. Really exciting. Hayden, she's been taken, so was Liam. Now he's on the floor, he's got some sort of wires into him, they're taking his blood, it's kind of going into these like machines, really interesting. You know, the high frequency didn't really work on them, which again, pretty pointless, wasn't it? She was the bait. And he just come in, dominated every single one of them and just took them with such ease, honestly. Parrish has come in, he's taken a body as well. I wonder, like, I don't know if the all styles seen him actually do that, and also they all got absolutely clocked, didn't he, mate? All this blood splattered all over Styles' face. It was mad. Now, he's told Styles a story that I'm always going to be there, you know, I won't leave you behind. And then, like, a second later, we got a flashback of him absolutely BSing, mate, leaving his sister freezing to death while he stood on the bridge. And she's got, you know, she's down there in the water or something, freezing to death, and he's just not even helping. I don't know what to make of his character, you know, like, he does... How can I say it? Like, with the characters that we like, so Scott, Styles and all that, he helps. But then, like, his backstory... We see him working with the Dread Doctors. We also see him like this with his sister. We see him smash that guy's hand up for not writing the signatures right. Do you know what I mean? So, like, his backstory to everybody that's not part of our pack is an arsehole. Every time he's with our pack, he's helping them. And it's like, I don't know what to make of him. I actually don't know what to make of him. I'm still going to side on the bad guy, obviously, why not? But it's interesting. Like I said, Parrish just took the body again. Wonder if Styles' phone was on record and he's going to see that, or if it was just like on a live stream and he was watching it, and obviously when the car got flipped, they lost that vision. Now, again, Parrish, interesting. Picked up a card up, seeing Lydia, turned to the side, boom, mate, ripped her clothes off, took his shirt off, making out, going for it. Next minute, dead body, literally. Really, really interesting, his storyline that he's been given. Melissa and obviously the sheriff, they're putting 2 and 2 together, all these different connections about all these chimeras, what they've got, you know, associations. Obviously, the skin graph seems to be a thing that they've kind of knocked it down to, tied it to. And, you know, we know that she's had... Hayden, an operation, a kidney one. I think that maybe, obviously, she's had some sort of surgery, and she's been implemented with it as well. Now these guys have come and they look like they've cut her back open. Kira as well, what's going on with her? I thought she was in the school attacking Scott. I know that she's obviously disappeared from her house, and that's why I thought, like, when everybody else was seeing visions, which is brutal, Lydia's tongue ripped out, good graphic, blood all over the place. It was interesting that we used Tracy as well. And you know what was interesting as well is she kind of like started to go up the steps and says, Tracy, what's wrong? And then a Lydia come from the side of the steps, and I thought Lydia was stood at the bottom looking at Tracy and Lydia at the top, but obviously that didn't happen. But it was a bit of a head fuck for me, not gonna lie. And then she went down, all the mouth was obviously bleeding. They walked in, nothing wrong with her, she's just on the floor stuck. And like I said, Malia's, hers was ruthless as well, you know, claw in the neck, madness. And I thought, like I said, I thought Scott was actually getting taken out by Kira. What is it that she says she is? The god of death? Or something like that. She's just something of death, isn't she? And like I said, because she escaped from a house, I thought she was actually attacking Scott, but no. Mason's come in, saved the day, helped Scott come after it. Liam's obviously taken, and that's where we finish with them. But that's not where we finish with Kira, mate, because Melissa's gone home, and there's an absolute dead body on the counter with Malia's sword that she's lost for 2 episodes now. So maybe it is somebody else. Maybe it is somebody else. Maybe we're too quick to jump the gun. Maybe we're not giving her enough time. But on quick instinct, it looks like it's Kira. And if it is, it's madness, mate. Absolutely crazy. I don't know who that dead body is. Not going to go back and check. So I can't wait to find out in the next episode. Hopefully you guys are excited as I am, because I'm absolutely loving this series now. So thanks for clicking on today's episode. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it. If you did, please smash the like. It really helps out the channel. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, I will catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.